Last year I asked you to pray for me.
A courtroom, where instead of fear, people find hope, where a judge doesn't just see crimes, he sees people. That was Judge Frank Caprio, America's nicest judge.
So what do you do in that situation? You don't give up.
But now, the world is mourning. At 88 years old, after a brave fight with cancer, Judge Caprio has passed away, and his final words will break your heart. Frank Caprio wasn't just a judge. He became a symbol of compassion in a system known for punishment. Born in Providence, Rhode Island, he dedicated decades to public service. But the world came to know him through his viral TV show, Caught in Providence. Millions tuned in, not to see harsh sentences, but to witness kindness. He listened to people's stories. He forgave parking tickets for struggling parents. He reduced fines for those in need. And he reminded the world that justice could have a heart. That's why people called him America's nicest judge. Most judges stick to the book, but Judge Caprio believed in listening first. He once said, "Every case has a human story. If you don't listen, you'll never truly deliver justice." That's what made him different. For him, it wasn't just about the law. It was about humanity. He treated people like family, and that philosophy turned courtroom clips into viral sensations on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. He became a global figure, proof that compassion can travel across borders. In December 2023, Judge Caprio shared heartbreaking news. He had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. But even then, he didn't focus on his pain. Instead, he asked people for prayers and continued spreading hope through his messages. In May 2024, he finished radiation treatment. For a moment, fans believed he was recovering. But sadly, his health took another turn. On August 20th, 2025, Frank Caprio passed away peacefully. Was 88 years old, just days before his passing. Judge Caprio recorded an emotional message from his hospital bed. In that video, his voice was weak, but his spirit strong. He said, "I ask you to remember me in your prayers. But more than that, I ask you to be kind to one another." Those were his final words to the world. Not about himself, not about his pain, but about kindness. That's who he was until the very end. Judge Frank Caprio's death shocked millions across the globe. Fans flooded social media with tributes. Leaders in Rhode Island honored him by lowering the state flag to half-mast. But more than ceremonies, his true legacy lives in people's hearts. Every clip of him forgiving a struggling single mom, every smile he gave to a nervous student in court, every gentle word to someone in need, those moments will keep inspiring generations. He showed the world something rare, that even in law there can be mercy, and even in authority there can be love. Judge Frank Caprio may be gone, but his message remains. Be kind, be fair, and never forget the human story behind every face. Now I want to hear from you. Which Judge Caprio moment touched your heart the most? Drop it in the comments below. Let's honor his legacy together. Rest in peace, Judge Frank Caprio. You will never be forgotten.